Welcome back everyone to Syracuse Aviation. Today we have the August 2024 update for the Syracuse Hancock International Airport. You may notice this is a new terminal piece. We're just going to go ahead and dive right into today's video. So this is the most recent addition to the diorama here. It's not perfect, it's very close, but somehow the terminals were printed kind of on a, not necessarily a diagonal, but on a slant. You can see these two roof corners should line up. So for both of these pieces, one end of the terminal is actually lower than the other for some reason. The good news is that they are flush with the ground. They're very, very flat, which is the main thing, but that is really starting to get on my nerves. So I'm gonna contact my friend about it, see if I can get him to fix his maybe recalibrate his printers, and then I'll have, maybe I'll have these pieces redone. I probably will at some point, and then I'll have them continue with the rest. These were the ones that I made. They're just temporary until I actually get the whole thing, printed. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started over at gate 15. We have this Delta Connection Embraer 175 with enhanced winglets, overnighting at gate 15 as per usual for a flight out to New York LaGuardia in the morning. So nothing really new with this service. It's 3 daily currently. Most of the time it's 2 daily 175s plus a CRJ 900 on the 5 o'clock bank of arrivals. Interesting note, LaGuardia on Delta actually used to be operated on 5 daily CRJ 900s right in the middle of the pandemic. Well, maybe not so much the middle, but kind of that second year where it was kind of getting better. But there was still less demand. We had it on 5 daily CRJ9s, which is just crazy to think about. It's still pretty good capacity right now. I do hope it would, increase at some point, maybe as the Bravo concourse opens up a little bit more. But we will have to wait and see. Gate 1, y'all should know the story by now. No Southwest. I'm not even going to get into that. Makes me too sad to think about it, so I'm going to move on to Gate 3. On a more positive note, here at Gate 3 we have the JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 in the Spotlight tail with fence tips, of course. This aircraft is making the turnaround flight to New York JFK, which is still a once daily A320. So a really solid service here for JetBlue. I know at one point they were planning on deploying the A220 here from JFK. I think that was supposed to be 2 daily. Hasn't happened yet. I'm certainly looking forward to that. But for now it's the A320 at around 5 o'clock, which is still really solid. Additionally for JetBlue, they've elected to, starting this winter, upgrade Orlando to Syracuse to 2 daily, which is a overnight on an A320 and then a 7:30 p.m. departure on an A321, which is really solid. So I'm very excited for that. Definitely kind of making fun of Southwest's departure because they were doing really well with that service. So a lot of extra passengers, which is great to see. Next up here at Gate 5, only because I don't have a Sun Country 737-800 yet. NG Models, please release another one. I would absolutely love that. But at Gate 5 is the American Eagle CRJ 700 filling in for a CRJ 900 with service out to Philadelphia today, which is 3 daily, which consists of 2 daily Embraer 145s plus a CRJ 900 overnight. So obviously the 700 is filling in for that 900 tonight. At Gate 6 is the American Airlines Airbus A321 in the flagship Valor Medal of Honor paint scheme. This aircraft is overnighting for a flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth in the morning. Still going really strong on the once daily. Overnight, of course, A321 for Dallas. Really eager to see where the service goes from here. It's filling up really nicely on most flights, so I'm eager to see if they add another frequency. I think that would be really beneficial at some point. So really nice for Dallas, and eager to see where the service goes from here. Next up at Gate 8 is the American A319 getting ready for pushback for a service out to Chicago O'Hare today. So this is a fairly new service for us. It's been here for about a month. The seat map, every time I look, seems to be mostly full. So that's really nice to see Chicago O'Hare on the American A319, and the other 2 or 3 daily flights, whatever it is on the 170s and 175s. At Gate 9 is the American Eagle Embraer 175 with enhanced winglets. This aircraft is going to be making the service out to Washington's Ronald Reagan DCA today. So we did lose the A319 to DCA. Originally I thought that they were going to be flying the A319 along with Chicago O'Hare on the A319, but it appears that that's not the case. Maybe it's going to come back. I thought maybe in September, October, we were going to see both of them here. So it may just be going on a quick break for August. I don't really know yet. We'll just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, really nice to see the Embraers making their presence known at Syracuse with DCA. Just now pushing back out of Gate 10 is the American Eagle ERJ-145. This aircraft is going to be making a flight up to Boston Logan today. Still a once daily Embraer 145, so not the most substantial service here, but nonetheless happy to have it on two carriers, being obviously American and also JetBlue. And behind that at Gate 11 is the Allegiant A319 in the new colors. This aircraft is going to be making a service out to St. Petersburg today. And lastly, for the A concourse today, housed at Gate 12 is the Breeze Airways Embraer E195. This aircraft has arrived in from Norfolk and is going to be making a flight out to Raleigh-Durham. Some pretty interesting news for Breeze Airways. Tampa, starting in February, is going to be on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I believe, which is really nice. It's currently 2 weekly, so obviously going up to 3 weekly, nice little upgrade for Tampa. Fort Myers, I think, is going to be a longer period of time. It might be like October through May, so that's really awesome. For Fort Myers as well, still 2 daily, or 2 weekly, I'm sorry, so really nice there. And then Raleigh-Durham is going to go year-round on the A220 with an optional breeze through to Sarasota-Bradenton, so that's really nice to see more connections into Florida. And then Raleigh-Durham going year-round, that's a really good service for Breeze. Very excited to see how those services all do and where Breeze Airways will go from here. I'm going to go ahead and catch this UPS A300 real quick just to get him out of the way. So he's currently taxiing out for a flight to Louisville, taxiing to runway 15 today. This has been nice to see here. If you go to the airport around 5, 6 o'clock, you're going to see this guy come in every day, which is really awesome to see. Really unique service here, daily to Louisville on that A300, so really fun service. And we will now move on to the B concourse. Starting off the Bravo concourse here at Gate 26, we're going to find this United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 in the Evo blue colors. This guy's going to be doing a flight out to Chicago O'Hare in the morning. Relatively inconsistent. It's more consistent than it used to be. They used to flip-flop between Airbus and Boeing every night. And then it went to the 737-700 every night, and now it's the 737-800, so kind of inconsistent, but they are running the same aircraft night after night. It kind of just changes on the weekly, so nonetheless, nice to see that for Chicago O'Hare. So we have it represented on the MAX 9 today. I just don't have a 737-800 yet. Hopefully that changes soon. Nothing new to elaborate on for Delta Connection service to Minneapolis-St. Paul. As you may know, Syracuse had this for a couple of years, sometimes on the A319, which is pretty cool to see. It hasn't been on the 319 yet. It was supposed to be when they brought this back in May, and then they decided to put more capacity on Atlanta, which is that overnight E321, and they bumped Minneapolis down to a CRJ9, which I'm not going to complain with. I think that's a smart move, but we are still seeing some competition between Delta and Sun Country to Minneapolis-St. Paul, so that's really nice to see. At Gate 24, technically this is 24A actually, is this angled stand, and then the swing gate, and this is 24 here, but 24A currently is occupied by this Delta CRJ900. This aircraft is going to be doing a service out to Detroit today, which is 3 daily CRJ900s, so nothing new for this service right here. And you have, in essence, the same exact operations for New York JFK, so obviously 3 daily CRJ900s, no complaints there, really nice service to have. And there's that Delta 321 at Gate 23 here, going to be operating the early morning departure out to Atlanta, and then you have the 2 other daily A320 services as well. Would love to see that 5 o'clock flight on an A321 as well. That would be really nice to see, so looking forward to hopefully whenever Delta decides to do that. You also have some really nice competition with Frontier, so that may start something. You never know. At Gate 22, currently filling in for an E175, is this United Express CRJ 550. This aircraft is going to be making a flight out to Washington Dulles today. At Gate 21, we're going to find the United 737-900 in the Evo blue colors, filling in today for a 737-800 with service out to Denver. This may be going on the 737-900 soon, like it was last year, late summer, early fall. That was really fun to see. So hopefully we continue to see the 737-800s and 900s make their presence for Syracuse to Denver. And lastly, for the terminal here, we have the Frontier Airbus A320neo at gate 20. This aircraft is sporting the Georgia the Painted Bunting livery. Beautiful aircraft right here. This aircraft is going to be doing a service out to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson today. Some news for Frontier, not great news, but it's not horrible either. Kind of just one of those situations where, you know, they're growing really fast and they have to pause some destinations, or services rather. So from Syracuse, they're pausing Denver, Atlanta, and Raleigh-Durham for just September. So that's not a huge deal anyway. September is generally a little bit slower for us. So it's not like they're pausing services in the middle of August like Southwest did. So it's not a huge deal here. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I just wish they would slow their expansions down so they can actually facilitate some of these routes that they're adding. But nonetheless, nice to see Frontier at least trying to expand out of Syracuse a little bit, and of course Atlanta going strong on the 3 weekly service. The last aircraft for today's Syracuse update is the American Airlines Airbus A321 in the PSA colors, taxiing out for departure on runway 15 to Charlotte today, which is 4 daily flights. 3 of them are Airbus, really whatever they can fill up the best, and then a CRJ 900 during the rush hour. I apologize for having 2 special livery American 321s today. It's really all I have. I probably could have got some more standard liveries, but there just hasn't really been one that is, you know, near perfect. I shouldn't say perfect because no model is ever perfect, but they can get really close, and all of these standard liveries they've never really been that good, so I've kind of waited on that, so I apologize. Would like to get one soon, so hopefully if Gemini or NG releases another one that's pretty good, I hope to pick that up. So that'll conclude today's Syracuse update. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. Still getting back into the airport update groove, so I apologize if I was a little bit rusty. I tried my best. And of course, it's going to be a little while before we have another airport update because I'm going to be leaving for a bit. So I hope to do as many airport updates as I can. I'm going to try my best, so I hope you guys just kind of understand it's pretty difficult with the schedule that I have and being so far away from home for the next couple of years and only being able to come back for summers and then the occasional break. I'll do my best to maybe pre-record some updates. I've mentioned this before, I'm just not the biggest fan of that because I can't always include the most accurate, up-to-date information. But again, I'll certainly try my best and get some kind of videos out for you guys. So that'll conclude today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions or comments for me, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.